Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome back to Let's Play Pool of Radiance. Yeah, I would have waited until we were back in town and already healed up before starting this episode. However, I just got a message just before I started recording that Gimli had partially healed. Like he healed back 1 hit point. That's an effect of having trained with that manual of bodily health. So I'm going to show the party moving around to get to the end and see if we have that message come up again. Right now we're just a few steps away from where we left off last time. We're about to leave the wealthy area and head back to Civilized Phlan. So let's go through here. You're on the eastern edge of the city. There are north and south entrances into the city and a small boat you can take to the civilized area. Which route will you take? We're going to take a boat. And now we're back at the passenger dock. And I think we'll just head for the nearest inn. Yep, that's one of the taverns. This might be an inn here. Yep. It's a different inn from the one we usually stop at. Didn't have that message show up again, though. Rats. So, let's go ahead and have everyone memorize their spells. I'm just going to have Teresa memorize a bunch of healing spells. And probably hold person. We want to make sure everyone's at full spell points. Okay, probably sleep and stinking cloud for her. Let's see. Yeah, and sleep for him. There really isn't anything much left to do in the wealthy area, so when we get back to that part of town, we can head straight on through to the block where the Temple of Bane is. And we'll just have him memorize a bunch of Cure Light Wounds. Let's see, I think probably Hold Person. And probably Prayer. Yeah. You might have noticed there was a Gimli is partially healed message. There, so now he's at 31 hit points. And let's... Okay, we'll have Teresa cast healing spells first, so she can use one of those slots that memorize Detect Magic once everybody's healed. Oh.
Avast virus database has been updated.
Okay, we're going to cast Cure Light Wounds on Gimli. Yeah, Avast loves us again. I think we should be able to basically avoid random encounters until we get to the Temple of Bane. The tricky bit will be surviving the big battle inside there once we get to it. Okay, we're done here. And now, of course, it's night. Yeah, that's the Temple of Tyr. And we should be pretty close to the passenger dock. We can just head back. Fortunately, the harbor's open 24/7 now that we've cleared Sokol Keep. Yeah, I know we could have gone to one of the shops to get change for the small coins that the monsters in the random encounters had. Or like sold off some of the treasure that we found, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to take the south entrance in. And we're basically back where we entered the last time. Now we can just... Okay, okay, we're going to have to fight this one. I'm going to see if we can get through this without casting any spells. Because I'd really like to save what spells we have for the battle inside the temple. Fortunately, since it's just goblins, our fighter type should be able to sweep. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I still have two-handed weapons equipped. The last time we tangled with ogres. Good job, Hosita. And you did it without any spells. Yeah. Dirten, why are you wasting spells on that? We really don't need to bother with hold person on puny goblins. Hopefully the remaining goblins should start surrendering any time now. Dirten, what in the world? Why in the world did you waste your prayer spell on that stupid goblin battle? You're supposed to save it for the bloody temple. Urgh! I swear we might have to take the boat back to Civilized Phlan and try to see if we can make it to the temple without running into any random encounters that we can't avoid. Sometimes I could just, knock our NPCs unconscious for doing really stupid things like casting spells that aren't needed. Ones that are going to be needed shortly. Okay. I think that's it. Well, let's see what we got. Silver. Junk. Yeah, I don't think we're going to bother taking any of their gear. Let's just take the silver, and we'll probably head back to town and go to a shop this time. And get them to get the shopkeeper to make change for us. So let's go. That was a short trip. Okay, there's our favorite inn. There we go. There. Now, let's see what Dirten needs to be memorized. Well, at least it should be morning by the time we get done, so the shop should be open. So, we'll head to the nearest shop. And sure. We really don't need that much. Like right now, got all that junk. So we'll have her buy 10 arrows. Yeah. We might actually want to go to a general item store and buy some flask of oil. I think that's one there. Oh, no, she's in the room. How about Dirten? Maybe if Dirten has flask of oil to throw, he won't cast spells as often. Now, what is it that Teresa has that's junk? Oh, might as well. I know, actually, with the clerical spell, we really didn't need to spend gold to ID it, but... Okay, another potion of extra healing. I'm not that worried about not having flask of oil for Teresa, because at least since I control Teresa, I don't have to worry about her going off half-cocked and casting spells when I don't want her to. Okay, let's try heading back to the passenger dock again. There we go. So, okay, let's try this again. We just keep going west. And this is the entrance to the temple area. So let's encamp and save. So we have a save point that isn't all the way back in Civilized Phlan. And we'll continue. And this is outside wall of the temple. Now we don't have those leather holy symbols equipped, we just have one in each person's inventory. Let's see. 8. Yeah, it doesn't really say whether it has to be equipped or not. I didn't mean to do that. It doesn't really matter who's... Okay. We should be coming up to the entrance pretty soon. You stand in front of the entrance to a large shadowy temple. An old, blind, decrepit orc stands outside with 8 orc guards. As you approach, they move, allowing you entrance into the temple. So I guess the old blind orc found our holy symbols. Now, we want to switch to search mode so we can find the treasures. There's 3 spots where the treasures can be. One is going to be here. Another one is going to be a little ways off the map along in here. And then there's another one that's going to be down here. And whichever one you find last, there's going to be a big battle led by Mace, the half-orc cleric of Bane, and all his followers. So I think probably I'm going to try to go here, and then here, and then I'm going to approach here from this direction, stop here, cast protective spells, then move on to that square. And trigger the battle, because that way, hopefully I'll have this pillar, this area between the pillar and the wall, to form a defensive line. So, let's start exploring this temple. But also, there's an altar at the other end of the building, straight ahead. that we'll need to cleanse. Though we can probably do that after the big battle. Because if you do it before, that just improves, it just makes Mace and his followers very angry. Yes, let's open the trapdoor. And we find some goodies. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I mean, these scrolls are obviously magical, so Teresa didn't even need to cast anything. But we are going to have Teresa make some room. Say probably trade that healing potion to somebody else. What else? Maybe that potion of giant strength. Excuse me. Maybe to Hosida, I don't know. We'll take the 2 clerical scrolls. Then we'll have one of our mages take the magic user scroll. Then we'll save that under different save slot. Okay, continuing in search mode. We're going to go due east about maybe 6 squares. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to turn. We're going to go south 4 squares. And then turn. And go east 1 square. And there's another trapdoor with treasures inside. Okay, this time I think we need to have Teresa cast Detect Magic. It's all magical. Well, she could use the hammer. She could also use the mace. Let's give the dagger to one of the mages. Let's see what Teresa can pass along to somebody else. Oh. Okay, there's a hammer and a mace I'd like her to take. So we need to find 2 things for her to pass to somebody else. Perhaps a leather holy symbol, which probably gives her a bit of the willies anyway. You know, I suspect a lot of these clerical scrolls have restoration spells, which will come in handy when we get to Valkegan Graveyard. Maybe the brass mirror. I don't think we're going to need it in this temple, though she'll need it back later. And we'll have her take the hammer and the mace. And then we'll have other members of the party take the rest of the treasures here. And then when we come back, we'll find the last of the treasure caches and trigger that big murdering battle. So we will see you then.